cup, come spend some time. I know it's early, the start of a new day. No need to worry, slow count cafe. Rise and shine, baby, wake and bake. Clear out your mind, baby, just take a break. Low count cafe. Chill out with us today.
Good afternoon to the coffee cult. We're here with a new segment and it's going to be live cooking with Ken. So we decided to do something a little different for the first episode of the new season. And it's going to be Ken whipping up something with those lovely ingredients that you decided to choose a couple episodes ago. So not only is he going to be cooking with these lovely ingredients, but during the live stream, you can donate and you can make this lovely experience even lovelier for Mr. Ken. So real quick, let's hop into Discord and let's say hello to Ken and see if he's suffering or not.
Not yet. How you doing, Beans?
Not yet. You're not suffering yet? Real quick,
Well,
let me actually pull up the ingredients we have so far. So far, I see that we have some onion, some coffee, garlic, chicken, cotton candy, steak, feta, bacon, beans, specifically the red kind, potatoes, cheese, cream, Fruit Loops, and Twinkies.
yes. So, unfortunately, I could not get the red beans for the dessert. I do apologize. I could not find them locally. But I did get some baked beans so that way they can see the baked beans recipe beans. If you want to torture me because I couldn't find the beans, I'm sorry. All right. So obviously the cold ingredients I had to leave alone, and then the fridge because I don't want them. You know what I mean? But where are we at? So far is what we got. We got this so far. Obviously, I'm using Tim Hortons for the coffee, right? We got Fruit Loops, we got cotton candy, we got our Twinkies, we got our potatoes, we got our baked beans, we got our feta cheese, our onion, heavy whipping cream, and then chicken, right? We got that so far. Let me get the rest of it
But
out.
there is a specific coffee that I just saw over there. What is that coffee that you're using?
How about this?
No. Go back to your little setup.
This.
Is that low
Is that
cal
talking about
cafe
beans?
coffee? Yeah. So real quick, is it beans or is it grounded? Because we did get that question a lot so far.
It is grounded.
Grounded. Okay. Are you going to use that coffee or are you going to use the Tim Hortons?
Obviously, I'm going to use Tim Hortons, so I'm going to brew up some of that coffee.
Oh, hell yeah. I was thinking
It is
maybe
amazing.
you would use if you were going to use the cafe coffee, it would probably be to hinder yourself even more because not only is that good ass coffee, but it's butterscotch flavored. So imagine putting butterscotch flavored coffee on chicken.
Mm. Mm-mm. All right. I may try it. I don't know. But so we got coffee, Fruit Loops, cotton candy, Twinkies, potatoes, beans, feta cheese, onion, garlic, cream, bacon, chicken, and steak. Is there anything I'm missing?
So far, you're not missing anything. But real quick, let me also
Beautiful.
show the ideas that we have for you today. So far, let's see what the audience wants. Let's see if the audience wants a couple of these. So far, the ideas we have is add a surprise ingredient. So we were talking about this a little bit beforehand. Oop, he's frozen. Can you still hear me? Well, since he gone. So we're going to
I'm right
go.
here.
Oh, okay. So we were talking a little bit about this, and you said that you were going to have a specific bowl, and in this bowl, people can add some ingredients. You'll mix it up, and then towards the end, you'll dip or slather or eat whatever you make with this bowl of ingredients. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. So this is what I'm thinking. If my camera will turn. There we go. Better. So I have a bunch of condiments in my fridge. So what I'm thinking is, and of course the volume goes down. So what happens when you got big phones, Beans? This is what happens. All right. So this is what I'm thinking. Can you see me?
We can see you, partly. You're a very big dude.
I'm a big dude, you're right. So that's what I'm thinking, Beans. If we get TTS for different condiments, I will put them all in a bowl. I will mix it up. And then anything, any meat, Twinkie, whatever, I will put it in that bowl and try it. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm talking like, I have a lot of condiments, I promise you. Now I can bring all those condiments out. We'll put them in a bowl, mix them all up, and I'll see what happens. How about that?
Okay, so for these condiments, how much do you think we're talking?
So, well, I was thinking a tablespoon per, or maybe 2 tablespoons per TTS. Do like 2 tablespoons per TTS in the bowl. And like I said, I'll bring them all out so you see what they are, and that way y'all can pick what y'all want me to do. What do you think?
I think that's a good idea. So TTS is $20 to activate TTS. Whatever condiments he'll put in a bowl, and then towards the end he'll slather, dip, whatever he wants with whatever he makes. So another thing that we were talking about, let me pull this up again, is use only one hand for 3 minutes. Now, I don't know if we should use that one. That would hinder you by a lot.
Yes, it would. And I mean, if you want to do that, you can. But I'm a stickler for my craft when it comes to the kitchen, Beans. I'm a stickler for it.
Well, I think these other little points right here, use only one hand for 3 minutes, cook blindfolded for 1 minute, tell an embarrassing kitchen story, put on a silly apron or chef hat. Well, he already has the apron on, but he doesn't have the chef hat on yet. Sing a
I do
random
not.
jingle about food, impersonate a celebrity chef while cooking, or switch utensil. I think we might have to do a poll for those. We might have to do a poll to see what the
We
people
definitely
want.
can. We
So,
definitely can. Can you see all these ingredient or the condiments, Beans?
oh shit.
All right. All right.
Is that the Worcestershire sauce?
Worcestershire, yes. Why I have 3 bottles of A1, I literally have no idea, Beans. I'm a daily grocery shopper, so I gotta buy A1 for people that like steak and sauce. It's disgusting. I fucking hate that shit. And yeah, I bought this for the sips. But yes, I got all that. Obviously, I have the ketchup. And yes, for the bro that survived, I have to do American cheese with ketchup and A1 sauce, which I will be doing.
Very true. So real quick, I'm going to do the first 4 for right now. So either one is going to be use only one hand for 3 minutes, cook blindfolded for 1 minute, tell an embarrassing story, or put on the silly chef hat. And that would be, since we already have the TTS, we're going to do this one for 50. We should do this one for 50. So I'm going to start
Beautiful.
that poll real quick while you continue to get things ready.
Oh yeah.
So far, I see number 1. Oh, number 1 is going, but there is a battle between 3 and 4 as well. So this is, oh, you guys are going crazy in the poll. So So what are we thinking when it comes to these ingredients? Are you going to make them all into one meal, or are you going to do like 3-course sort of thing?
So basically, I'm gonna do steak a certain kind of way. I'm gonna do the chicken a certain kind of way, and then I'm gonna make potatoes. I'm gonna utilize the bacon for that. Obviously, the Twinkies and the Fruit Loops and all that. That's my cat Kratos. Want him out of here. He's very nosy. And yeah, so the Twinkie cotton candy is going to be used kind of in the dessert. And obviously, I got to do A1 sauce in the Twinkie also. We got 1,000 members, Beans. We got 1,000 members. And obviously, I'm probably going to do like mashed potatoes with this because I love Baby Yukon mashed potatoes. They're fire. And then I'll put the bacon in there with those as well. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, this is sure going to be an event. So far, I'm going to end the poll. And what we got in the lead was number 1. So use only one hand for 3 minutes. So for $50, use only one hand for 3 minutes.
Okay.
Yep. And then I don't think the other ones are that cool. So we're just going to skip to wear 2 oven mitts for 3 minutes. Add 3 ingredients that start with the letter T. I'm not sure about that one. Try out the next ingredient on its own, whatever it is, or add sugar. So let's do another poll. We're going to do
while you're doing that, I'm gonna get the steak ready because obviously with steak you want it to get as close to room temperature as possible before actually cooking it. So what I was thinking is I was going to do a coffee rub to incorporate Tim Hortons, damn near the goat, in this. That's what I'm going to do.
Rub. I've never heard of
Coffee
coffee
rub.
being used as a rub before.
Oh yeah, some people do it. Not a lot do it, but trust me, it's really good. I've had it once in my life, and it's pretty good. So we're going to get 3 tablespoons of coffee, and if you want to mute me, I have to grind this, and I don't want it to mess you up. So if you want to mute me like for a second, so I can grind this up, and then I'll tell you when to put me back.
Yeah, no problem. Just give me a thumbs up or flick me off or whatever you need to let me know when you're done, okay? Alrighty, so for how much should this be? I'm thinking, how much could you donate? Because I know there's a 20, I know that there's a 50. Is there something in between that we could incorporate into this? Until we get an answer, let me just put here, okay, so what is the next option? Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we said maybe we could do switch utensils. Switch utensils is going to be number 1. Where the oven mitts is going to be number 2. Try out the next ingredient on its own. Oh, he's done. Try out the next ingredient on its own is 3. And then add sugar could be number 4. How about 40? Sure, if 40 is an option that you guys can do, we can do 40 for these. Maybe gift.
So they can members. Yeah, you can do gifted members. That'd probably be better because 20 starts the orange, 50 starts the purple. So in between there, I mean, you could if you want to do that, but it's probably just easier if they do like gifted members or something.
That is true. I'm excited to see how fucked up we can make this. How much money is in my bank account? I was kidding.
I can't. Thank you, Beans. Appreciate that.
Hey, I already, all my money is gone after trying to support Test in their endeavors. But tomorrow I will have more money. And I think that we might be doing this every single month. So this can just get more and more fucked up as we go on in the cafe.
If the fans in the coffee cult actually like this, I'm down to do this once a month, honestly.
Hell yeah.
It just depends. It depends on the fan reception, you know what I mean? And obviously, like I said, the beginning, I had to take the refrigerated ingredients out because I don't want them to, be out so long. But yeah. So just a heads up, we're putting Tim Hortons coffee, salt, pepper, and garlic. Now, The last ingredient that I'm gonna put in this thing to help counteract the coffee just a hair, because coffee can definitely be a little acidic. And what do you do with acidic things to bring down the acid levels? Beans, sugar. So I'm gonna put in a tablespoon of sugar, of brown sugar.
Now, I know that
And that's
not everybody have seen the Cooking with Ken videos, members only, that we have up on the channel. Why do you wear black gloves whenever you cook?
One, hygiene, and then two, I wear a 2XL nitrile glove because I got big ass hands. So it's hard to find certain colors in the size, but I just do black for everything. You know what I mean?
It does
But
make
there's
you
no
look a lot
particular,
more professional. I will say that.
well, there's no like rhyme or reason to be honest to it.
Okay, so
All
a
right.
lot of people are saying 10 gifted members for this new option that we're going to do. I see a lot of ones. There is a tie between 2 and 4, and then 3 is at 24%. So I'm just going to give it
Yep.
another minute, and then we're going to end the poll. Let me bring up the options again. So again, it's going to be switch utensils for 1. It's going to be wear the oven mitts
God,
for
don't do that
2.
to me. God, don't do that to me.
It's not your choice, Ken. It's not your choice.
Don't do
And
that to
then
me.
3 is going to be try out the next ingredient on its own, whatever it is.
So I'm not eating raw meat. You know what I mean? So outside that, I will almost everything on here I'll definitely try on its own except for the raw meat. Just saying.
Of course, we don't want you to get actually sick. I need a
I love y'all, but I'm
co-host,
not trying
okay?
to die.
I'm not going to
I'm
go
not trying to
on with
die.
Sweet Tea by myself, okay? We need to try her out together to see if she's good for the cafe, okay? This internship is actually going to be very, very interesting, and we're going to get into that while you're cooking.
Yeah, I can say. Yep.
Number
So
4,
yeah, and then
add sugar.
and just so you know, guys, I have brown and I have golden sugar. I don't do white sugar because it's too processed. The golden sugar is actually less processed. So, anyways, yes, I'm gonna put that on this side, let it sit for a little bit, press it in there nice and beautifully. Then I'm gonna flip it over in a bit and put it on the other side.
So I am going to end the poll right now, and so far, number 1 has won. So you're going to have to switch some ingredients. Not ingredients. You're going to switch some utensils.
Oh Jesus! Of course, of course.
So for 10
What do our
gifted
fans hate me,
memberships, you're
Beans?
going to have to switch some utensils, no matter what it is. Some Dragon Slayer said, at Ken, can you please make me a sandwich while you're up?
Here's your sandwich, bro.
A knuckle sandwich.
I can't. All right.
So with the chicken, what are you going to do?
So I'm making Tuscan chicken. Have you ever heard of Tuscan chicken?
Absolutely not.
All right. So basically, it's chicken with like just salt and pepper and a little bit of garlic. Well, you put garlic in there too, but beside the point. You fry it up, and then basically in the same pan, you put onion, you put garlic in there, you whisk it. You're supposed to do sun-dried tomatoes. I hate sun-dried tomatoes, so I'm just going to go with spinach because you also add spinach to it. And then once all that's good to go, you put in cream, and then you put in Parmesan cheese, and you get all that nice and going. Once it's nice and thick, you put the chicken back in there, and you make sure the chicken is coated in the sauce that you made, and you let that simmer for about 5 minutes, and then that's done.
Okay, so that's very interesting. You're incorporating some of the ingredients that we have. You have the chicken, you have the cream, you have the garlic. I think a lot of people will feel scammed if we just use the garlic there, so you might have to throw some garlic and some other things.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna throw it in there with the steak as well.
Hell yeah. So now you have the Kraft singles, which is barely cheese.
Do we remember Bro That Survived? Do we remember that guy, Beans?
The bro that survived. Yes, I do remember that person. Don't tell me, Ken, you're not going to eat the Kraft with the not the A1 sauce.
I don't scam, Beans. You know I don't scam.
With the ketchup. Ken.
This is what he wanted,
please.
and we met the goal, Beans. We got 1,000 members. What do you want me to do?
Well, if you're going to watch Ken eat this Kraft Singles with the A1 sauce and ketchup, let's put the A1 sauce in the chat. I'm so glad I made
I'm
that
holding
one.
back. I'm holding back the tears. I just want to tell you that. Like, this is, and I'm lactose intolerant, Beans.
You're lactose intolerant. There was somebody a little bit earlier that said, I wish we could eat this food. I'm hungry. No, you don't. No, you don't. This is going to be a clusterfuck of ingredients mixed all together. Don't know how he's going to do it. And along the way, you can torture him even more. So let's.
So, you know,
I
let me
gotta
say
put this on
something
the
real
big
quick.
screen. Yeah.
I got to say something real quick. So, when the bro that survived initially hit me up in the Discord and talking about it, I said, I hope your family something in an automobile wreck, right? And he said, Ken, I want you to look at me in the eyes as you eat the cheese taco and say that. So, bro that survived, I hope your family something in an automobile wreck.
You gotta bend down, Ken. You're a big dude. Let me see those tears. Let me soak it up. Let me soak it up.
Fuck. That is disgusting. Jesus Christ. I hate you, bro. That survived. Oh, God. Oh, God. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. Let me do one more for him.
One more.
If he doesn't feel scammed. No, I'm going to be doing this throughout the stream. I'm going to be doing this.
Throughout the stream. We're going
Just
to
for
be
him.
doing this throughout the stream, not even for like another dono goal or anything like that.
Well, you know what, Beans? If you want to make a goal and torture me, you can. How about this? With every TTS, when we add an ingredient to the bowl, I will also do one of these. How about that? And I'll say a message that they want me to say if they put in a message. How about that?
Sounds good. Sounds good. Crazy Void in the chat said, I like these new segments of torturing Ken Beans. It should be a weekly show. We're not going to torture him every single week, okay? We can do this monthly. And just imagine next month, whenever we do this, and maybe, you know, Sweet Tea is alongside me, just torturing Ken even more, having crazy commentary. It will be lovely. I'm so excited.
Here's the bowl, guys. TTS, let's start adding this up. Let's go.
So again, let us reiterate the TTS $20 to add an ingredient to the bowl, and he's going to do a Kraft single, which is barely cheese, with the A1 sauce. The $50 was what was it? It was the now I have to remember these things. It was the
Write them down, Beans. Write them down.
I will. Use only one hand for 3 minutes. And then the other one, which is 10 gifted, he will have to switch utensils. Yeah, that's what it was. Docket team mod, somebody please write it down in the chat, and I'll see if I can pin it, because this is too much.
This is too
much to handle.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Let's get this chicken started. And while the chicken's starting, we can
Wait.
tempt.
If I or
Whoa,
my
whoa.
family
What happened?
somethinged in a car wreck, we'd survive. Think about that while you're not surviving the bathroom aftermath. John Willikers super chatted $20. I love you, Ken. Can you please read this out for me while eating a cheese slice?
I'm on the edge of my seat, Beans.
Sugar, we miss you. Please come home.
So the bro that survived with the $20 said, joke's on you, Ken. If I or my family somethinged in the car wreck, we'd survive. Think about that while you're not surviving the bathroom aftermath. That is very true. And then we have John Willikers with the 20. I love you, Ken. Can you please read this out for me while eating a cheese slice? Sugar, we miss you. Please come home. That is the wrong one. Bro, that survived, and John, you guys are the GOAT today. How many cheese slices is that, Ken?
2.
2 cheese slices filled with your favorite condiment, the A1 sauce.
What was I supposed to say to Sugar?
To Sugar, you're supposed to say, Sugar, we miss you. Please come home.
All right. You know what? Just for you, Sugar, this is going to be a clippable moment. All right. 3, 2, 1. Please come home, Sugar. We miss you. Oh, God. So much vinegar and it's acidic. The tomato. Fuck.
I forgot, not only is it A1 sauce, it's A1 with ketchup. So that acidity
Yeah.
is just punching you in the face. The
Yeah.
vinegar is just going to go sliding down your gullet and out through the bathroom
yeah.
as soon as you're done with this. This is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
For once in Lol Cow Cafe history, I'm not the one being tortured. It's all you, buddy. Get those flashbacks.
Fuck you. All right. You want to get into some relevance of a show, Beans, instead of me tortured? Oh, by the way, tell them in the chat, what do y'all want me to put in the bowl? Because for a TTS, they can put an ingredient in the bowl. It's up to them.
Okay, so the bro
It's up
that
to them.
survived and John, if you have an ingredient that you want to pull in the bowl for activating the TTS, please let us know. Just text it in the chat and I'll let him know. Or you can just say no ingredient. You just wanted him to eat the A1.
Guys, is rough.
Implied Puppet 97 said, y'all trying to make Ken shit on live. That is a big possibility. That is a big possibility.
Luckily, the bathroom is right down that hallway. So if I got to go, it will not be live. It'll be gotta go.
Gotta go. So with the chicken, I think the chicken was up next. What are you going to do with that chicken once more?
Remember, this is the Tuscan chicken. Let me get this stuff out of the way because I don't want to cross-contaminate. Right. So, Beans, as I'm doing this, what are you thinking about the shows and everything that's happened so far?
What has happened so far? Yesterday, I was in VC with a couple of people, and I was so tired I was falling asleep. And I said, guys, I'm just going to fall asleep real quick, and I'll wake up by the time that LolCal Live is on, because there's some very important news that is going to come out, right? I woke up halfway through the LolCal Live, and everybody started pinging me, talking about, you're fired. And I was like, excuse me? Excuse me? Oh, John Willikers, welcome to Cash Cow. Thank you so much. We're going to have to do this every single month if this is what is going to happen. Because right now we have 1,005 viewers. We have a new Cash Cow. We have people activating the TTS. We have people loving the fact that you're just eating up that A1 sauce. But
do me a favor, 1,000 people. Do me a favor, 1,000 people that are in here. Please like the stream. It'll really help us out. I know that we have to edge our way into this universe, and we've had amazing support. But let's get those likes up. Do me that favor. Thank you.
Exactly. If you're here, all you have to do is like the stream. It doesn't take anything. And also subscribe if you're not subscribed. We're going to be here doing Cafe in a new way for the new season. I'm excited. I'm excited. We got the customer complaints. If you leave a hate comment, we're going to read it the next episode, which is going to be awesome. We have the sports section. A lot of people want some sports in the Reddit. We're going to have a new segment as well called Health Code Violations, where you can send me some of your setups or your house, and we'll judge the fuck out of it. Very, very.
This cheese is the health code violation, Beans.
What cheese? The barely cheese cheese?
The bro that survived cheese.
The bro
He's
that
killing
survived cheese.
Also, where's Big Show after this A1 sauce? He's the reason for this A1 sauce. He's the reason. Where's he at?
Where is he at? Maybe somebody should ping Mr. Big Show. Hopefully he's not busy, but he would love every single second of this. So you're adding some salt, it seems, and some pepper to this chicken.
Yep. That's how we get started.
It's how we get started. Rub that chicken in. So far we have, Metal Rocks, thank you so much for posting the schedule. So cafe starting May 1st, cafe at 10 a.m., test at 12, Madhouse at 2 p.m., Milkers at 4 p.m., Queens at 6 p.m., live at 8 p.m., rewind at 10 p.m., nerds at 2 a.m., and tech at 4 a.m. So that is all in Eastern Standard Time, and there are some really big changes coming. So cafe, pretty much the same. The only change is that we're at 10 a.m. now, and we're going to have an intern named Sweet Tea. If you've seen her during Aussie, you've seen her on Rewind, you've seen her pop up on live every once in a while. But yeah, Sweet Tea is going to be our intern. It's going to be for about 2 weeks, and that will determine if she's going to stay in the cafe for the end of time. For test,
Can you see the pan?
yes, we can see the pan.
All right, cool. Continue. I'm sorry.
You're all good. So for test, we have Nightmare. Nightmare is still going to be on test, but his new co-host is, I keep trying to call him tech support, but it is, help me out here, Ken.
Tech Protect.
Tech Protect. Senior Tech Protect is going to be Nightmare's new co-host at 12 p.m. Madhouse, pretty much the same. The only difference is that it's going to be at 2 p.m. Milkers has another, I was going to say another, but there is no another. They're going to have a intern just like Cafe, but it's going to be Miss Zeta Ray. Miss Zeta Ray is going to be their intern for 2 weeks. And I don't think that the Milkers are, actually, I take that back. The Milkers are happy because they were being threatened with 8 a.m. time slots. That's crazy. Can you imagine listening to Savage at 8 a.m.?
Bro, I couldn't do it. I could not do it.
No, they're high energy. They're high energy. They're silly. Like it doesn't feel like an 8 a.m. show. They were threatened with it. So glad that they can stay at like a 4 p.m. Queens at 6. So they technically have prime time. They have the locale live time. And then live is going to 8 p.m. I did hear Xylee talk to Keemstar about this, because with 8 p.m., they can get more of the Western audience, I feel. And then Rewind 10, that was their usual. Nerds at 2 a.m., that one is a weird one. How do you feel about Nerds at 2 a.m.?
So I got to be honest. I got to give Zay and Buff all the credit in the world for taking that for the team. Because the way I see it, it could have been us, right? So, I mean, however I feel about Zay, however, I'm going to take your side, obviously, whenever y'all fight, if y'all ever fight. I got to give respect where it's due. You know what I mean?
That's very true. And then we're going to end it all with the Tech Talk. Tech Talk is coming back and at 4 a.m. And that is a really weird one. Because it's going to be CD-ROM, which is a good choice, but Glammy as well. So Glammy, whenever I think of Glammy, I don't think tech. I don't. And that's because whenever she first started out, she was having a lot of problems with OBS. But so far, she's been doing pretty well. She has like well, she used to, because she also got fired from gaming. But when she was doing gaming channel, she was doing all these graphics. She was doing pretty good. She got a green screen. It was going pretty well for her. And then we had the pitiful moment on Rewind when she got fired and realized that gaming is now Tech Talk.
Yeah, that was hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was definitely hard to watch. But I'm glad that things came through for her. She definitely deserved all the kudos in the world for what she did with the gaming channel. No one else took that as serious as she did, and it paid off for her. And I think the dynamic of her bringing like the bubbly energy to like learn tech, and then you have CD-ROM, who I'm not gonna say he's boring, but he definitely he has a certain type of personality. So I think those two together will actually be very entertaining.
That's very true. I did skip over what's happening with Aussie. So I mentioned that Nightmare has a new co-host, and that new co-host is going to be Tech Protect. But where is Grim going? Well, Grim is actually going to be on Locale Aussie with Shockmouth.
Yeah.
Speaking of shock, I was shocked about Shockmouth and Grim together. I did not expect that at all. Did not expect that.
Yeah, Grimm's the type of dude he can work with anybody as long as they, are trying to be funny and trying to bring that type of energy. And Shockmouth definitely does. I do think Shockmouth can get in CC sometimes, as that was also shown, but I also think Grimm is the type of person that's going to shit on him for doing it and basically make fun of him, and that's going to make it entertaining. So I definitely think I think they'll definitely have a good dynamic together.
I definitely think so as well. But Ozzy used to be Rostov's thing. It used to be his baby. But where is Rostov going? Well, Rostov is the new third host of Lolcow Live, and a lot of people have a lot of opinions when it comes to that.
I definitely think if there was going to be a fan that is a host, whatever you want to call it, I definitely think he is the best choice because he does go on a lot of different shows and he does try to be helpful for everybody. So you got to give credit where credit's due when it comes to that.
That's very true.
That's kind of how I see it. But I mean, I'm glad it wasn't me. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't want to go on Lolcow Live. I like being separate from that because I feel like when you go to Lolcow Live, there's a lot of expectations. And not saying I couldn't match those expectations, but where I'm at and my YouTube career, whatever you want to call it, I wouldn't even really call this a career, but I love Cafe. I love the community we built. I love the vibe that it is. And I mean, I'd probably turn it down if I was offered Lolcow Live. Like I'm just being honest with you. I probably would.
That's very true. So we're using your phone audio right now, correct?
So I have my headset in and the Google one. And I know normally if I like talk on a phone, it'll pick up the audio. So
Okay, no problem.
I'm hoping can you hear me okay?
We can't hear you okay. It just sounds a little bit muffled. And that's all right for right now. This is our first live cooking with Ken using TTS ingredients. But I think maybe since it seems like a lot of people are enjoying this, we have 1,210 viewers currently. Remember to drop that
Let's
like.
fucking
Remember
go,
to
guys.
subscribe. We might invest in some equipment. We might invest in some equipment to make sure that this is something that we continue doing.
Well, this is what we'll do, right? For everyone watching, we'll put up a community post in YouTube after the stream, and you guys vote, right? Because I know this is a different type of show than just sitting there and just talking and showing clips and all that. This is our first time doing this, so obviously, if I fuck up anywhere, roast me. I don't care. So that's how I only get better. But yeah, definitely let us know what you think about this. It's a different vibe, it's a different take, it's a different type of stream than no one's ever done this. I think Wings and Kelly did, but I don't know. I don't think it was that good, to be honest with you. But yeah, let us know, man. Let us know.
Yeah, so a lot of people are saying their opinions. We have Trent saying that 4 a.m. ain't nobody watching tech at 4 a.m. in the morning. Well, it's a thing. It's a show now. If you want to watch some tech, 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, listen to CD-ROM and Glammy. We have Sterling mentioning in the chat $20 TTS to add a condiment. We have Luna L. Faye with the $39.99 czar. Please don't forget to like the stream. Thank you so much, Luna L. Faye, one of my shooters. Pew 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 pew. Okay, pew pew.
Hey.
We have Shy in the chat right now, kissing the cook right now. What do you mean by that?
It's a thing. Like Hiss the Cook. It's on a lot of aprons and shit like that. So
I know it's on a lot of aprons, but what does he mean by that right now? Is he kissing his screen because we have the strong and handsome Greek god Ken cooking for us?
Something like that.
So what did you add to this pan right here? You added some, I think that's some onion.
That is onion, yes, ma'am. I just wanted to, make sure I got that in there. We're gonna cook this up so it gets nice and what they call translucent, right? So we're gonna do that, which is already getting there, that's beautiful. I love that. All right, so turn that fire down a little bit because that's gonna maintain heat. Don't want the onion to burn too much. And let's get our garlic.
Oh, I was reading the wrong number when I was talking about freaking viewers. We have 1,276 views.
Oh, okay. About to say, yeah, damn.
I was like, this seems weird, but I'll just go with it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I know, right?
we do see, I wish Ken was hugging me right now. It feels safer than a vest. So comfortable. What are you? The Gooners are gonna goon. Everybody loves Ken.
They always do. They always do.
I'm surprised Spook is not in here, like just nerding out over Ken.
Yo, shout out to Spook, by the way, for those thumbnails, man.
Oh my
That dude,
gosh. He puts
he
in
is
some
so
work.
talented.
Yeah, I love whenever he
definitely
made
does.
you like Kronk. He made you look like what's his face? King Cobra. It was so accurate. And then now we
Yeah.
have the Fairly Odd Parents looking fairies of you and I think that's awesome. I don't know how he does it, but
Yeah.
he makes miracles happen.
Yeah, that dude is definitely talented, 100%. So we're just going, once your onions get translucent on this one, you throw 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. I love garlic, so always do a little bit extra garlic. And fry those out till they get nice and beautiful and fragrant.
Shy said, "So sad we're missing out on Ken's eyebrow cleavage." I'm so dead. We were listening to a live stream not a couple days ago. It was actually not last night, but somebody said something about Ken and how his eyebrows have cleavage, and we were so dead. Ken, what's the
I mean, they
cat's
do have
name?
cleavage. What do
Was
you want
that
from me?
Kratos that was walking by?
Yes, that's Kratos.
Little baby Kratos walking by, being very, very curious when it comes to his daddy Ken and this monstrosity of a meal that you're going to make. So
Straight up.
something else that we want to talk about is I started doing something recently. Last night I jumped into VC. Yeah, you're gonna say oh boy. So you're adding some cream right now, real quick.
Not right now. Not right now.
Not right now. You're getting it ready. You're getting it prepped.
Getting it ready. Getting it prepped. Continue though.
Oh, so a new thing that I started doing, I went into the cafe VC. I was bored. I wanted to hang out with some people, and especially after what happened, I said, "Hey, let me hang out and let me see if anybody has some opinions." So, real quick, you're adding some spinach into this. You got the onion.
This is spinach, yep.
Onion, garlic, spinach, and the oil that you used was olive oil?
Yep.
Hell yeah. Extra virgin, like our Discord.
Damn right. Hey.
So, John is in members waiting. Let me finish this point real quick. So, I went in there to get some people's opinions, especially after yesterday. And after that, we started talking. And then I'm like, you know what? I want to watch the Coulda Been Love reunion because Grim said he was going to watch it with me, and he watched it by himself. That mustachioed bastard.
Remember you telling me that?
Yeah.
Remember you telling me that?
Instead,
asshole.
Yeah, exactly, asshole. See, I got Ken on my side. So
asshole.
I started watching that. People started tuning in, and they're like, "What is this?" And I said, "Oh, my sweet summer child, I'm going to let you in on something. We're going to watch Coulda Been Love all together." So me and a group of people in the VC started watching Coulda Been Love. We started watching the first and second episode. We got probably like 18 minutes into the second episode, and now this is going to be a thing. So if you want to watch Coulda Been Love, which is like white trash TV. By the way, it was all men. It was all men in there watching this trashy, romancy TV, and it was amazing. I'm just like, we could do this every night. We can drink some wine, watch Coulda Been Love, watch people crash out. It's going to be lovely. So now it's going to be a thing.
Now we're adding the cream.
Now we're adding the cream. So spinach, garlic, onion, cream. Lovely. So far, it's normal. Yep. So far. Is that a cup? Just a cup? Cup and a half?
So 1 cup there, and then we'll do a cup and a half.
Awesome. So I did a poll. It seems like more people are geared towards 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you want to continue watching Coulda Been Love with us, we're going to start on the second episode. 18 minutes in. If you want to catch up so we can all watch it together, it's been a great time. Now, finishing on that point, I'm going to bring John in because John, he's a mod. He had his mod taken away, got it brought back, and he is also a chef. So let's just see what he has to say about this. How you doing, John?
What's up,
I'm doing
bro?
good. I'm just sitting here working, watching my favorite guy ever cook.
Ah,
Love to see you cooking, Ken. This is like what I've been wanting since like the inception of Cafe. I would love to just watch you cook all day, bro.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, man, it's looking really good, bro. Like
Appreciate it, yeah.
I'm so jealous I didn't get to eat any of your cooking, bro, because I was late that day.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, it sucks, but you know, if we when we do another event, man, and I'm able to go and all that, we'll definitely do it up. Definitely
Dude,
do it up.
I'm just gonna have to come visit you, brother. That's what it is. It's just gonna have to be
We can do
a
that
John
too, bro.
Ken thing. Because like,
We can
man,
definitely do that.
I would love to like just have like a little cook off, just see where it goes. You know, get a little brazy with it.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd definitely be great. I would love that, bro.
Yeah, they were talking about having Freshy Fresh cook your cookbook last night, but I just wasn't really feeling that at all. I feel like you would just
No,
desecrate your good
no.
name, Ken.
Yeah, it would. I mean, if you're trying to make a name off me, that makes me feel special. But you know, we're not gonna go that far. We're not gonna go that far.
Yeah, no,
So-
I don't worry. I stood up for your honor, buddy.
I appreciate
Real
you, brother.
quick, we have Living My Life with the 5. Thank you so much, Living My Life. Beans, try watching Love After Lockup. That could be, we could do that. We could do that. Cafe VC.
You've never seen that,
You've never seen that? No.
bruh?
But
Bruh,
Cafe
oh my
VC
God.
could be like trashy, like romance TV type shit going on. Because I did not know that the guys in the VC would be so interested and could have been love.
Oh yeah.
Even John was
Well, again, we telepartied that, and yeah, we was watching that. That shit was funny. It was just so crazy because man, they had fucking what's that dude's name, Drewski, and you got the Drewski with all the Diddy stuff, and it's just like, man, I used to fuck with Drewski so goddamn hard, bro. I thought Drewski was the funniest motherfucker ever, and then now he's a goddamn freak. Like, what's up with all these goddamn entertainers being weirdos, man?
Exactly.
I
Especially
wish I knew,
after
bro.
the things that he says on that show, because this was after the show that this came out, that, you know, the whole Diddy stuff. But some of the stuff that he says on the show is pretty wild and pretty self-incriminating. So we're just like listening in like this aged so badly. Kind of like the ingredients you got here so far. So I know you said, John, that this looks pretty good, but what you don't know so far is that he has to use onion, coffee, garlic, chicken, cotton candy, steak, feta, bacon, red beans, potatoes, cheese, cream, Fruit Loops, and Twinkies. All
coffee. Okay, see, the cotton candy, the coffee, and the Twinkies. That shit just sounds stupid, but like everything on that list was sounding pretty fucking good together.
Coffee
Sounds
rub
like
steak.
you had,
Bro.
like, a couple random
You've never had a coffee.
Yeah.
You've never had a coffee rub steak, John?
What's that?
Bro. So let me show you real quick. 'Cause I actually got to flip this thing and redo it.
Yeah, shit. Here, let me get on my computer real quick. I was outside smoking a cigarette. I don't want to miss this. All right, go. Shoot.
All right. So this is basically coffee, brown sugar, salt, pepper, and garlic. Right. So this is a ribeye. So you do it on one side, let it get in there, flip it, put the rest of it on top, press it in, let it sit, obviously to room temperature, and then you cook it. Bro, if you've never had a coffee steak before, bro, I'm telling you.
Well,
It's a
you
whole
can just
nother
eat
level.
coffee grinds? I thought
Well, you
had to throw
cook
that
it.
shit
You
away.
cook it. You cook you cook it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to give that a try then. Man, I'm here. Yeah. You said brown sugar, coffee, and what?
Salt, pepper, garlic.
Salt,
That's it.
pepper, garlic. Okay. Yeah, dude, you know what? I'll buy a steak tonight. I'll give it a try.
Hell yeah. I'm telling you, it's good.
Low
really
Cal
good.
Cafe, where we inspire people to make some kind of weird shit. So
Fuck yeah.
real
Cut this off with
quick.
some herbs and we are good to go.
So what herbs are you adding right now? It looks kind of like Italian
So this is-
season.
Yeah, this is just Italian season because this is kind of like an Italian recipe. So, I mean, like oregano, rosemary, parsley, you know, just basic stuff. Let me see what's in here. Marjoram, rosemary, thyme, savory, sage, oregano, and basil. So that's what's in there. So, yeah, you basically just kind of let this coat the thing and get thick, and that's good to go. That's that.
So Just to remind people, $20, you can add whatever condiment you like. It's going to be added to a bowl, and then towards the end, he's going to dip, slather, just eat in general with whatever he makes with those condiments. The 50 is going to be use only one hand for 3 minutes, and then if you gift 10 memberships, he's going to have to switch utensils no matter what he's doing. So let's just say he wants to mix something up. You can just be like, well, now you got to use tongs. So fuck you, Ken.
Basically.
Oh my boy, dude, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So I clean those 2 cutting boards. So we're going to do the other side of the steak now. And we're gonna let that
You
sit
could
probably
just
about
eat the
another.
coffee. Like it's not like, dude, that's not a gag steak, right? That's not like a fake steak. Like it's a good steak. Or you fucking with me, Ken?
Hold on. Look at that, bro. You see that?
Yeah, I
It's a
see
real.
it, but like,
Wait, I can't eat
what
this.
kind
Is
of
that what you're
coffee?
telling me?
Yeah.
Tim Hortons, bro.
Oh, dude, I only got community. Can you use community coffee?
You can grab the coffee you want. I'm eating this right now.
Dude, man, you see,
It tastes amazing.
I guess it's not that big a deal. I don't know.
No,
I'll have to
no.
give it a try and make sure you're not and make sure you're not fucking with me, Ken. Because like, man, that just seems like
All right, bro.
coffee goes in the coffee maker, you know?
It does.
Well, in cafe,
You
coffee
can also
goes
you
on
can also
steak.
cook with it. Damn right. It's a cafe,
Dude,
bro.
Dude, I'm gonna give it a try, man.
I
As you
bet you're
should.
so happy,
Hold on.
Ken.
But if I ruin a
I'll-
ribeye, Ken, well. There's nothing I can really do to you. You're massive. You're so big.
I'll cash app you $20. How about that, bro? If you don't like it, I'll cash app you.
No, you don't have to cash at me $20, bro.
So
But I'll give it a try. If you're putting your fucking your cook name on it, bro.
I am.
Fucking Kennethan, the fucking host.
I'm cooking this and eating it live before we close the show out.
Okay. How are you gonna
So-
cook it? What, you just gonna like fucking reverse sear, or you just gonna sear it on a pan?
Sear it on a pan, like olive oil and butter, unsalted butter, and that's it.
Yeah, I just do butter, and I just put Tony's on my shit. I'm fucking basic. But
I
it's
got
gonna be
you.
my first time rubbing a steak with like some crazy shit on it.
I got you.
yeah, so
I'm getting excited.
we
now.
have some things to kind of mess up Ken. So far, the audience has been really nice to Ken because our ingredients used to include durian and orange grouper.
Yeah.
So far,
Bad
they
idea.
replaced those ingredients with bacon and feta because they love him so much. But he still has to do something to really sear in that sear in that torture. He's gonna have to cook this. Oh, real quick.
Thick Gemini super chatted $19.99. I think it needs some A1 or Lolka coffee in it. Smiley face emoji.
So that was a TTS from Thick Gemini 2Cs. He says, I think it needs some A1 sauce or lolcow coffee in it. Where's the
Wait,
bowl,
you're
Ken?
talking about the bowl? Or you're talking about on the steak? Because A1 on a steak is fucking criminal, and anybody that eats A1 on a steak should like never buy a steak again.
Well, it's going
you.
in the bowl.
Yeah, it can go in the bowl. I don't care about the bowl, but if it goes on a steak, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
It's probably going to
Like,
go on the steak. He's going to have to slather whatever concoction that is in the bowl on the steak afterwards.
Oh, that's bullshit. Wait a room. Whoever just donated that, what was that? Thick Gemini?
Yep.
Fuck yourself, Thick Gemini. You ruined a fucking steak, you prick.
Yep.
So I was just alluding to how we're going to mess up Ken just a little bit. He has to cook this steak well done.
Yep.
Which is a monstrosity
Well
to society.
done.
Mhm.
It's part of the dono goal we met.
Oh my god, bro. Like, man, dude, you're so lucky I'm not on this show, because I'd have been bitching and fucking moaning the whole time. I told them to keep their fucking money, bro. That's an atrocity.
Fuck you, John.
Fuck you, Ken. Oh, I love you, Ken. I wasn't even lying
love you
about
too,
that, bro. When Ken hugs you, it feels safer than an Ariat vest, dude. And like, man, let me tell you something. You put on an Ariat vest, you're one safe feeling motherfucker, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I appreciate that, John. You're a cool dude, bro.
You're welcome, Ken. I love you, buddy.
I love you too, buddy.
Anyway, I'm gonna get out of
man.
y'all's hair. I'm gonna get back to my work stuff and watch these fucking assholes in chat just ruin a good fucking steak, I guess.
Thank you so much
Please
for
do.
coming,
Thank you, sir.
John. Especially because you're a chef and
Later,
you know
bro.
the monstrosity that is cooking a well done steak.
Yeah, no, it's just a waste of fucking meat. That cow died for nothing. So thanks.
Read.
Anyway, later.
Later,
Bro.
I hope that he does make the coffee steak and talks about it in the Discord. Maybe next episode of Lolcow Cafe, we can present it. We can say what his review on the steak is, and maybe a whole bunch of people are gonna start doing that. I wish Buff would come in here. Buff is also a chef. Okay, so John made some pretty good gumbo during Fat Camp. Buff, his whole career was being a chef at one point. You do this as a hobby. You love cooking. So this even though this is like really fun for you, the fact that you have to use these weird ingredients, have to cook a steak well done, this is the not so fun part.
My phone disconnected. Can you hear me?
No, you're all good. We can hear you.
Fine.
So
Yeah, I guess so. The one downside I just figured out is if I get a phone call, it interrupts the Discord call. I just learned that. So I'm gonna have to figure that out if we do this. I'm gonna have to figure that out if we do this again.
Of course. So we have Sterling mentioning, real quick.
Elizabeth super chatted $20. Put some mayo in that bowl. I hate mayo. Disappointed face emoji. Everyone must suffer.
We have Elizabeth with the $20. She activated the TTS can. You're going to have to put some cheese and some A1 in your gullet once again. But she said, put some... You'll be okay, Ken. Put some mayo in that bowl. I hate mayo. God. Everyone must suffer. So let's get to some suffering.
This is the best mayonnaise you're ever going to eat. Before you say you hate mayonnaise, try this. I'm telling you, it's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level. Fresh and sealed, baby. Fresh and sealed. By the way, I'm just boiling potatoes for the mashed potatoes. All right, so that's all I'm doing over there right now. But yeah, mayo.
So we have Red Legion Network, which is a 1-month cash cow member. Thank you so much, Red Legion. They say, I love y'all. We love you guys too, even though you want to slowly torture us and make Ken eat leather. Did you? Bro, did you just...
Right there, Beans. Real good.
Lunchbox super chatted $20. Ketchup in the bowl.
I can't talk.
Devilish face emoji.
So we have Mr. Lunchbox with the $20. Ketchup in the bowl, Ken, with a little devil emoji. So now we have Ketchup A1, and we have 49er underscore 80 with the $2. Ken, did you brine the steak?
I wanted to, I guess, use the ingredients like fresh, if that makes sense. That's why I ground the coffee beans on stream, salt and pepper and garlics, whatever, right? Brown sugars, whatever. But I wanted to get like as fresh as totally possible, right? This isn't like a normal when I cook steak event, right? This is strictly like for the TTS cooking. So that way the fans dictated how I did this. So it's a little different than normal. That's all I'm saying.
We also have Mama's the Bomb, which is a member for 3 months cash cow. She says, love you, Ken and Beans. I'm so glad Cafe is here to stay. We agree. We agree. Cafe is here to stay, and we're going to keep doing some new shit. Real quick.
Well, here's the other thing.
John Willick
God, they're trying to torture me.
$20. If you all want to F it up, let's just F it up, you heathens. Lemon juice.
Ooh. Oh, another one.
The bro that survived super chatted $20. It's taco time, Ken. Now put some potato water in that bowl.
Ooh, what? You guys are going
Religion
crazy.
Network super chatted $19.99. Is that Fruity Loops I see? Crush it into a pounder and say let bay that shit.
Oh my
okay. All
god.
right,
Oh my god. So we have 3 so far, Ken. I'm so sorry. But we have John Wilkers with the 20. If y'all wanna F it up, let's just F it up, you heathens. Lemon juice. That hand dropped so quickly.
Fuck all of you. I hate you all.
So while you're getting that lemon juice, let me just say the bro that survived once again with the $20. It's taco time, Ken. Now put some potato water in that bowl.
Bro.
Did you even wash those? Some dirty potato water?
No. So these are already washed, right?
Okay.
And as you can see, I put water in there and rinsed them.
All right. So it's not
Lemon
that
juice.
bad, but it's still potato water. Thank
Lemon
you so
juice.
much, bro, that survived. And then we have the Red Legion Network with the $19.99. Is that Fruit Loops I see? Crush it into a pounder and say, let bay that shit. I think they mean like the little Salt Bay thing. So crush them Fruit Loops and Salt Bay that into the bowl there, Ken. Give the people what they want.
I hate you, Beans. Give me 1 second.
Hey. Don't hate the messenger, okay? You decided to do
Oh.
TTS live stream cooking, and so far the people have been pretty nice to you when it comes to the ingredients. I can't say the same when it comes to people and their donations. They want to kill you, basically.
Yes, they do. All right. So while I do this, let's talk about something. So we have our intern now. She's starting tomorrow. She may hop in today for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
W's or L's in the chat. How you feeling about sweet tea on cafe? Let us know what you think.
W's or L's in the chat about how you feel about sweet tea on the cafe. Let me just say, Ken, because obviously you're busy, your hands are tied, not literally, but figuratively. Sweet tea was actually in the Discord saying, because I don't know if she just doesn't know how to go into DMs. She basically puts a lot of DM-ish messages in main chat. But she said, at Keemstar, Beans messaged me last night. No, I didn't. We were in a group chat. Real quick, the Red Legion Network with the $9.99. If you are right, Salt Bay. No, you are right, Salt Bay. My phone keyboard is glitching and auto does whatever. It is okay. So you're going to pound that shit and put it in like Salt Bay. And let me continue on with the message that she sent in main. So she said, at Keemstar, Beans messaged me last night. We were in a group chat. I didn't message her directly. And told me not to come on until the end if I was coming on at all. I said, we already got something planned. Hey, you can come in during the middle or towards the end just to not, break up the flow of what we were doing, right? So she continues on to say, they acted like they had something they wanted to do today, ? What do you want me to do? We didn't act. We literally told you we had something planned. And we didn't know that we were going to get an intern. So I don't know what you're trying to say, bro. We're not trying to slight you in any way, but, we had something planned.
No, not at all.
You can come in at any time.
Anytime.
So
I still got to put potato water in there, right?
Potato water. And you did do your 3 slices of cheese, right?
I did 1. Let me go ahead and.
We can't scam the audience, Ken. We can't
You're
scam
right.
the audience.
Thank you for keeping me honest, Beans. Thank you for keeping me honest.
Exactly. So that was one message that she put into the Discord. And then Keemstar replied to her saying, go into a waiting, maybe they will let you up. Exactly. So at any point, if she goes into waiting, we will bring her up. All she has to do is shoot. So far, I don't see anybody in members waiting. And let me see if there's anybody talking.
Let me ask you something, Beans.
Yes.
Oh God. Hold on.
Don't throw up. The steak is right there. That's probably the best part, even though you're going to make it into
It is.
leather.
It is. All right, I'm good. What do you think about the new rewind? Because I think they're still being a little. I think they're still being a little pissy. What do you think?
They're still being a little pissy. I would say that the way that Keemstar went on Rewind was not the way to go. But the way that they reacted to it, especially after, you know, the whole thing that I had with Keemstar, I was heavily judged, okay? And granted, I should have been. I should have been very heavily judged. But the way that they went about it, I don't think it was the best way to go either. I don't think so. And there is a lot of tension when it comes to Rewind and us because apparently we're the morning Rewind, but better. So a lot of people say, hey, well, they're not only rewinding on the LCU, they're rewinding on the lives of actual lolcows. And I don't know how to feel about that.
And here's the thing, Beans. Obviously, season 3 is here. You know, the audience rallied behind us to make sure we stayed. And, you know, we wouldn't be here without the coffee cult and the cafe cavalry, right? We wouldn't be here. So we owe it to them to be the best possible people we possibly can be. We owe it to them to try different things, do stuff that's not been done in the LCU before, hence the cooking stream. And, you know, if that means we gotta, you know, look at a channel that's been around, been successful, and say, hey, we think we can do it better than you. If we have to do that, then we'll do that. You know, obviously, our names won't match with their names, like toe-to-toe. But I think as far as a show concept and a show idea, you know what I mean? I think we can do it. I think that if in season 3, we go balls to the wall, do different things, you know, take what they do, make it better, that'll challenge them, that'll challenge us, and it'll challenge the audience. You know what I mean?
That's very true. Let's put a pin in that because Sweet Tea apparently is in members waiting. Let's bring her up. How you doing, Sweet Tea?
Sweet Tea, what up? Our name won't match with their names.
Real quick, just if you're listening to the stream, just cut it out in the background.
Show idea, you know what I mean? I think we can do it.
Hey, Sweet Tea, how's it going?
What's up, Sweet Tea?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Really good.
Doing
so
well,
right
doing
now,
well.
let me do the 3-way here. That sounds wrong. The 3-way here of the cameras. So it seems like you're using your new camera and you're using a headset now. It looks really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is awesome. I saw you on the other shows talking. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. So you have your new equipment.
Yeah, my camera looks really good.
So far, it's pretty good. We haven't gotten to the bad part yet. So let me ask you one real question. How do you like your steak, Sweet Tea?
I used to like it well done, but now I like it medium well.
Okay, so you liked it like leather, and now you've gotten a little bit more on the right side of history of liking it just a little bit under that. So far we have Ken cooking right here. We're doing a TTS ingredient live stream. So basically a bunch of people have donated some money to make a list of ingredients, and with that list of ingredients, Ken has to make a meal. So far, let me pull up those ingredients once again. We have the onion, the coffee, the garlic, chicken, cotton candy, steak, feta, bacon, red beans, potatoes, cheese, cream, Fruit Loops, and Twinkies. What do you think about that, Sweet Tea?
That sounds pretty good. What's especially with the cereal or something sweet, you could probably make like a coating for some of the meat
That's very true.
before you cook it.
So right now, it seems like Ken did the rub. So what he did for the steak is that he rubbed it with a little bit of coffee, a little bit of salt and pepper. Now he's moving on to the bacon. And what are you going to do with this bacon real quick, Ken?
So I'm just frying this up because I need some for the potatoes, and then I need some for the steak because bacon makes everything taste better.
Bacon does make everything taste better.
And maybe the dessert. I don't know yet.
Ooh, that's a surprising twist. So real quick, there is something that we need to ask you because it is a very important question before you're initiated into the coffee cult. Do you like A1 sauce?
I used to when I was a kid, but I haven't had it in a while. Normally now when I eat steak, it's just plain.
Okay, so she's safe for now, guys. She doesn't like A1 like the rest of us. But so far, we've been doing TTS as well. Just real quick, if you see me do like a peace sign or like flicking off the camera, I'm not trying to offend you. It just means that TTS is going on and we all have to let the TTS run for a second. But basically, people can add like anything into a bowl. And with that ingredient bowl, Ken is going to dip, slather, just all in general, consume whatever is in that bowl with his meal. So far, what we
Sounds like fun.
sounds like a lot of fun,
Real
right?
quick,
Yeah.
there's the potatoes, potato water.
So what he's doing right now, so far in that bowl, there's ketchup, there's A1, there is some mayonnaise, there is some potato water, which he just added, and there's some
it's
crushed
so
up
damn
Fruit
disgusting.
Loops. So he's going to have to mix that all up and whatever else that is going to come through with the TTS, and he's going to have to eat his meal with that, which is going to be a very lovely experience. But how do you feel about this so far?
It doesn't sound too bad so far.
It doesn't sound too bad.
Nothing too gross.
Yeah, so with the TTS, as well as adding an ingredient to the bowl, what Ken has to do is he absolutely hates A1 sauce. And what he does after every TTS is he takes a Kraft single and he slathers.
Thank you, brother. Survive. This is all your fault.
The bro that survived is the guy that came up with the whole A1 sauce debacle. So what he has to do is take a slice of cheese, slather that A1 sauce, and just stick it in his mouth. Being somebody that hates
And
A1
ketchup.
sauce so much, this is basically...
And ketchup.
And ketchup. Yeah, you did mix the ketchup with the A1 sauce, making it even more acidic. But so far, this is not a fun time for our buddy Ken.
It's not. Our fans hate me, Sweet Tea. Our fans hate me.
Now, don't say
Oh
that.
my goodness.
Because so far, they've been pretty nice to you. Because before, it was
Yeah,
all
they
those
have,
ingredients that I listed off. There used to be durian, and there used to be orange grouper. And they removed those ingredients and added some more meal-friendly stuff. So I guess they don't hate you
Feta
that
cheese
much.
was
Oh, that's
amazing.
good.
Feta cheese was amazing.
Feta cheese was a very good switch out for the... was it for the durian or for the grouper?
That was for the grouper.
I've never had
I'm
feta
putting-
cheese, but I think it sounds gross.
Feta cheese?
It's my favorite cheese in the world. I'm Greek, and it's a Greek cheese. Obviously, it's my favorite cheese in the world. It's very sharp.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Does it
very
taste
sharp.
like regular cheddar, or does it taste like
Not at all.
more like blue cheese?
It's probably closer to blue cheese than cheddar,
That's
but
what I thought.
so like real feta cheese is made out of either goat's milk or sheep's milk. It depends on what part of the country you're in or what part of the world you're in. And they use like milk cultures in there with it also whenever they make it, and they have to leave it in a brine of like salt water so it doesn't like dry out and spoil. But
Yeah.
like I said, it's my favorite cheese in the world. I love feta cheese.
Something you probably have to grow up eating or grow older and start eating.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's good though. I do like it.
So, real quick, do you have
Oh
any
man.
questions for us when it comes to being on cafe?
I haven't watched you guys in a minute, but I used to watch you guys a lot. And back then, I think that y'all were talking mostly about the shows, what happened on the shows the night before. I think y'all still pretty much do that, right?
Yeah, we pretty much still do that. So what we do now, we're kind of trying to mix it up just a little bit more. We are trying to do more lolcow news. So outside of Boogie, outside of Wings, we're going to talk about lolcows. Like if you know Nova Online or Cyrax or Josh Block, things like that. We talk about those. We also talk a little bit of news if it's something really big. What else that we're doing? We're doing some new segments. Like, for example, we're going to talk about hate comments. So, in the previous episode, if there was any hate comments left over, goodness gracious. Real quick, we have Melindia.
Melindia's super chatted $76.03.
So she just did a purple donation. Thank you so much. It seems like a lot of people are enjoying this method of content that we're doing. We don't do this often. This is the first time that we've done it, but I think that so far this is going to be a monthly thing, especially because a lot of people like torturing Ken and seeing him eat A1 sauce. So Shifty with the $2 also said it's not mac and cheese with hot dog, so Teabag is confused. I'm confused. I'm confused with what that
No, no,
means.
no, no. So, all right. So, like in the South, I'm also from the South, sweet tea. And one thing that my mom used to do is, she would do like when I was a kid,
Well, the
like
spaghetti with the hot dog.
no. She would do like macaroni and cheese with like hot dogs cut up in them, and then she would do like a casserole and then put like a potato chips on top, like Lay's regular potato chips or like salt and vinegar potato chips or whatever. And then she like put it in the oven and make like a casserole out of it. And I love that shit. It tasted so good. And it was actually funny. I think like, like a few months ago, I hit her up. I was like, Ma, you remember when you used to do this for me when I was a kid? And she laughed and said, yeah. I'm like, I want that again. So she made it for me one day. It was so good. It was so good.
Oh,
So we kind of have the same thing in Hispanic culture, but we don't usually do like spaghetti. We usually do like rice. So we have rice with some cut up hot dogs and we do that. And that actually used to be Grimm's like favorite meal kind of sort of when he was a young kid. So I do have an attachment with that. And hopefully whenever we have kids, I can make them rice with little hot dogs cut in them because that is so freaking cute. But moving on to Melindia and what she just donated. She donated 10 gifted lolcow cafe memberships. That is a mouthful.
Oh God.
So if I remember correctly, I think you have to switch some utensils there, Ken. So Melindia, if you know what you want him to switch to, please let us know.
How about this? Just give me a utensil that I have to use, like, throughout this whole thing. Just give me any random utensil and I have to use it. And that's all I can use. One utensil to use for like 3 or 4 minutes.
So you have to use that one utensil for 3 to 4 minutes. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. So even if you have to cut, even if you have to mix, even if you have to saute, you have to use this utensil. So Melindia, please let us know.
I would say I have to cut this bacon and I have to take the bacon out of the pan. So again, if it's the same utensil, it's going to be the same utensil that I have to take the bacon out and also cut the bacon, right? So I have to do that. So let me know.
So Melindia actually chimed into the chat and said, Heart, I did not actually mean to do this. I'm babysitting, but I'm okay with it since it was cafe. My nephew has good taste. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
everybody.
I'm sorry that happened. I'm so sorry that happened.
We are so sorry that happened. And if we have to do a return of some sort, that is completely fine. But let's get some W's for the nephew. He has some good taste and shows.
100%. Hey, Hey Bean, so let her know real quick to like reach out to me in messages, and if she needs that money back, let me know and I'll send it back to her. Like I will figure out how to get it back to her, because if it was a mistake, it was a mistake. I don't want nobody to feel any kind of way. If she's happy with it, then we're happy with it. But I want her to make sure that we'll take care of her if it was a mistake.
So Melinda is actually saying, at Beans, I don't need to change anything. Haha, just glad this happened on Cafe and not any other chat. We are so glad
We
and happy
appreciate
for
you.
you to be here. Thank you so much, Melinda.
That was
And
awesome.
we also have Seek fighting with Chan Ri for some reason in the chat. That is interesting.
Speaking Chan Ri, interesting.
Exactly, very interesting. So real quick, let's get some conversation going when it comes to our newest intern in the cafe. What is your favorite meal?
I've been making a lot of I don't know what they're called exactly. So I don't want to say it wrong. Let me think.
What's the ingredients?
You put like a tortilla. I put lunch meat that I've grilled with onions that I grilled in it with cheese, and then grill it again. What would that be called? A quesadilla, right?
It kind of seems like a quesadilla, but without the queso part. So you have some lunch meat, you have some onions, and you grill that up real quick. Is that kind of like your comfort meal for right now? Just something quick and easy you can whip up and just stick in your mouth?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. And Ken, how do you feel about the people that are in chat right now saying that you burnt the bacon?
Oh, no,
This is how we like it. This is how we like it.
So Ken likes burnt bacon that is stiff as a board.
Hate soggy bacon. That is the nastiest thing ever. Crispy bacon. Crispy bacon.
I think this is way past crispy, Ken. Yeah, you better take a bite of that bacon to get some of that A1 sauce out of your mouth.
I can't.
A lot of people are saying this is a cardinal sin. Some people say it's yummy. I think they're talking about Sweet Tea's meal.
You're a cardinal sin.
It's not a cardinal sin.
Okay, sorry.
Let me see if somebody else is in members waiting. We have Lady Liberty. Let's bring her in real quick. Lady Liberty, how you doing? How you doing? We're here in the cafe watching Ken cook this lovely meal with all these random ingredients. How do you feel about this episode so far?
Honestly, I think we need to do it more often. I think we need to do this once a week.
Once a week? How do you feel about that, Ken? Instead of once a month, once a week, what day of the week would you think would be a good day?
So if I were to do this once a week, it'd be Wednesday. Wednesday's the best day for me to do this. But
I was going to guess Wednesday.
The issue is, right, to really make it, like, I guess, feasible, I need like so many ingredients, right? And obviously the whole goal is like TTS, right? So I mean, probably do it like every 2 weeks. I think that's better for fans. But I mean, if they want to pay for once a week, I mean, you could do a poll if you want, Beans, just to kind of get it. But I think like I kind of like the idea of like each month we kind of close out the month with the cooking stream to celebrate what we did. You know what I mean?
Okay, so real quick, I'm going to do a poll about the TTS cooking live stream. Should it be twice a week? Because I think once a week is going to be a little bit
No, not twice a week. You're trying to kill me, Beans.
You said twice a week. If it was an option,
no,
twice a week.
Twice a month.
Okay, twice a month.
Like every 2 weeks. I can't. Jesus.
Once a month. Wait. Everybody that's in this call right now, Sweet, I was going to call you Blumpkin, but that's your old name. Sweet Tea, Lady Nerd Artist, did he not say twice a week? Or am I crazy?
Yep. I think Ken wants to do it twice a week, maybe even 3 times a week. And he definitely wants ketchup and steak.
Okay, now you're just being a troll. You're being mean. Once a month.
Why are you being mean to me?
Once a month, or what's the other option, Ken?
Once a month or once every couple weeks.
Once
Something like that.
every couple of weeks. Now, whenever I think of couple, I think of two, but I digress.
Yeah, that's fine. Once every couple weeks is fine with me.
Okay, so we're going to start this poll, TTS cooking live stream once a month or every couple weeks. So we have Thick Gemini with the 199, Sweet Tea question mark, when did... Now that's just rude. That's just rude. I'm not even gonna freaking end that one. We have Living My Life. I know this is going to be a safe one. Living My Life, $5. Hi, Sweet Tea. Don't be nervous. Ken and Beans are really... I said beams. Beans are really nice. Welcome to the cafe cult. Very true. Very true.
Damn right.
We are
Damn right.
very
Thank you.
welcoming, loving people, and we are here
Oh,
to
yeah.
guide you. I do feel bad that you thought that we meant like we don't want you on at all. We just had something planned, and what is that you're showing me on the screen?
We need to add more to it, I think. We need to add more to it.
This is too much liquid.
Yeah,
You added too much potato juice.
But then we need some more
Thickening
this.
agent.
Whatever.
Well, remember TTS. If you activate TTS, you can add an ingredient, and Ken has to eat a Kraft single with some A1 sauce. So let's get to it. If you haven't liked the stream, like the stream. It doesn't cost you anything, and it takes like 2 seconds. Like the stream, subscribe. We just surpassed 5,000 subscribers recently, so we are above some of the other smaller shows, which I'm really excited about.
Yes, you.
Wow.
There are a lot of people that like you, Sweet Tea. There is Zero Dead in the chat saying Sweet Tea is a very interesting person. I think she has some really good stories. And then, real quick,
John Willikers super chatted $20. Ranch.
Uh-oh.
we have John Willikers with the $20 TTS Ranch. Now, if Ken is anything like Grim absolutely hates ranch.
Let's see if we have ranch. I don't even know. Yeah, we do have ranch.
Well, slather that shit in. I don't like the consistency.
That's gonna make it taste like throw up.
Yeah, that probably does taste like throw up. Real quick, lady, I was gonna call you Lady Nerd Artist. You say it says Lady Liberty here. I don't know what happened to that, but Lady Nerd Artist, is there anything else you want to end on when it comes to the live stream TTS?
I'm really excited for when I get home from work today, because guess what's coming in the mail?
What's coming in the mail?
Cards.
Hell yeah! I'm so excited for
Yes.
you. And whenever you do get home, maybe drop something in the Discord. I bet a whole bunch of people would like to share that happiness with you. And I do bid you adieu, Lady Nerd Artist. You're always one of our lovely, lovely contestants whenever you hop on, and you're always in the chat, and I do appreciate that.
Goodbye, my favorite show. It's been a pleasure. Oh, and catch up with steak.
Remember, we have
I hate
Could
you.
Have Been Love later today at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love you so much. You troll.
Oh, God.
You troll. Get out of here. We also have Peter
I can't.
Parker in members waiting. I'm going to bring them up real quick. Peter Parker, how you doing? Peter?
How are you guys today?
We're doing
What's up,
pretty
bro?
good. So far, we're doing the TTS live stream cooking. So far, we see that I was gonna call him Grim. Ken is making some potatoes, and it seems like some ground beef so far. How are you liking the stream? How are you liking Sweet Tea so far? Do you think that they're going to be a good addition to the coffee cult?
It's going good.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, bro. Let me ask you this: as far as the cooking you've seen me do, what do you think about it?
For the coffee, I've never seen coffee on a steak. When I think like coffee, I would have put it in like a coffee cake.
Yeah. Well, the problem is I didn't have the ingredients to make a cake. They gave me
And that would
Twinkies.
take forever.
They gave me Twinkies. So the fans hate me. They hate everything about me. So, you know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, I just want to try something different, see how it goes. I mean, I've had coffee on stick like once, so I think it went really well. I'd enjoyed it. So when I'm done, because this is going in the beans, right? So once the beans are done, I'm cooking the steak up.
That's really
But
cool.
yeah. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. This first time doing this, I've already seen lessons learned and things that I can definitely do better for next time. But we're just trying something different, man. Season 3 is here. We're trying to set ourselves apart from everybody else, and cooking is a passion of mine. I see it as therapy. So if I can share that with the audience and they enjoy seeing it, why not, man? It's a win-win for everybody.
Wow.
Yeah. One thing that would be interesting for you to try is making an MRE gourmet.
Oh God, bro. How hard that's going to be with that shit ass food.
Oh yeah, I
It is so
just ordered
terrible.
one.
So for those
I
who
get my
don't know what an MRE is, an MRE is it stands for meal ready to eat. And
Yep.
you have to eat it whenever you're in service. And it is not the best thing when it comes to flavor, but it's supposed to be just something
Dude.
to keep you alive, right? So do you have any stories when it
Basically.
comes to MREs?
So really for me, my favorite one was always like the ones with the chicken because they always had like the Skittles or the M&Ms in them. So I'd always trade the Skittles or M&M for like the instant coffee because a lot of people didn't like the instant coffee, and me being a true, coffee connoisseur, I was like, give me the coffee, I want it. You can have my candy. But you know, we were doing I guess a blind taste test one time with the MREs. Someone gave me the breakfast omelet, and I didn't eat for like 2 days because I couldn't stop heaving. It was so bad, so bad. One other thing I'll say is it's always a rumor that like the white gum is a laxative because MREs will stop you up pretty badly. And I did chew it once and like swallow it and try it out. It did help me, but it was so bad I never wanted to test that theory again because it's rough. It is so bad.
yeah.
But
Do you
yeah.
have a favorite MRE, PETA?
The chili mac.
Chili Mac.
Oh yeah, chili mac all day long. Chili mac all day long.
Very interesting choice. So you are a man of few words, but if you were to have any last words, what would it be before I switch you out with somebody else who's in members waiting?
I hope the rest of Cafe goes well.
Hell yeah, brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you so much, Peter Parker. Thank you for coming on, and thank you for being part of the coffee cult. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So real quick, there's nobody else in members waiting. I was hoping that we would have Mr. Buff Weeb here to criticize your cooking skills. You're adding the beans now.
I am. Because I'm actually running low on time. So what I'm about to do is I'm going to do the beans, and I'm going to mash these potatoes up to make my mashed potatoes, and then we're going to do the steak real quick, and then I'm going to make dessert.
Hell yeah.
I probably can go ahead and start. I can go ahead and start prepping dessert right now. Actually.
Yeah, I hope you have time for all that.
Oh, I will.
That is probably going to be our biggest limitation when it comes to these TTS cooking live streams, because not only do we have there's the buff weave that I was talking about. Not only do we have limitations on what we can use, but also on time. So Buff Weeb, you are a chef. How do you feel about this?
I'm not gonna lie, I caught a little bit. I was like rucking earlier and I heard my name. I'm like, fuck, I'm like a mile and a half away with 80 pounds on my back. This is not good. But I heard something about mayonnaise and A1. So what the fuck's going on? What we got going? Can you give me a play-by-play really quick?
So play-by-play, that is the bowl that he is going to have to dip, slather, or consume at the end of this, his face, at the end of this live stream. So whatever is in that bowl is A1 sauce, ketchup, mayonnaise, ranch, potato water, and some crushed up Fruit Loops.
It's
You're fucked.
He is.
I am, 100%.
You're absolutely fucked. There is no
100%,
way
bro.
this culinary cacophony of ungodly images. It's not good. It's not
On
good.
a well done steak. On a well done steak. Keep that in
His
mind.
brain had to process for a second. So
What do you say?
he
Why?
says
Why?
that this is basically the worst thing that he's ever experienced in his life. But it is not over. We still have time, and there is still time to add some more into that bowl. For $20, if you activate TTS, you can add another condiment into this bowl. And Ken has to eat a slice of, I was going to say A1 cheese. That's basically what it is. It's a slice of Kraft singles slathered with A1 sauce and mixed with ketchup. And ketchup, exactly. Yep. So the acidity is going to kill him. He's going to go to the bathroom after this, and I don't know if Ken is going to survive.
I already feel it brewing, guys. I already feel it brewing.
I'm trying to see this ungodly orgy of ingredients. What the fuck we could do?
So again,
can you give me a list?
Yep, I got you there. So we have onion, coffee. Oh, Shy with the 1738. Thank you so much, Shy. We have
1738. Sorry, my bad.
Hey. So, hey, what's up? Hello. Here are the ingredients. Onion, coffee, garlic, chicken, cotton candy, steak, feta, bacon, beans, potatoes, cheese, cream, Fruit Loops, and Twinkies.
You can make 3 courses. You can make make it like a cotton candy cream for the what was it called? For the Twinkies. You could take the garlic and the beans and some of the other stuff, and you can actually use the cotton candy with the beans and actually give it like the sweet flavor. If you had barbecue sauce, if somebody was actually nice with that, we could pair steak. The whole thing about it being like well done, it's like you might as well have it like a topper, for something. But man, good God.
That's very true.
Give me this list. I'm gonna recreate this shit. I need this whole list, and I'm gonna.
I'm so glad that you want to recreate it. But let me tell you something. So our chat was actually very nice to Ken. Very nice to Ken. Because this list actually used to have orange grouper instead of the feta, as well as durian.
Yeah, I would have been screwed, bro.
You all are demons.
I would have been screwed.
I don't understand. Like I had an appetite. I just got done working out a lot, and I have lost all my appetite now. This is not good. This is not good, people.
So far, he's been doing pretty well. He's going to make mashed potatoes. Everything is very normal. The only thing that was kind of weird to some people is that he's using the coffee as a coffee rub on the steak. A lot of people never heard of that before, but so far it sounds pretty good. We even indoctrinated John into trying this out today.
Well, I believe if I'm right, the coffee should help uses like a tenderizer, using the acidity from it to break down the meat a little bit, kind of softens the membrane. Oh, well, then that's fine.
To kind of counteract that, yeah.
Oh, well, then you can make like a brown sugar coffee glaze. That's definitely something that's been out there. There's some fucking artisan retard out there. It's like, this is like, I'm right next to a microbrew, and I have like this culinary craft gourmet sandwich shop right next to it, and it has like this caramel, coffee glaze to like a cinnamon bun with like a nice steak topper on it. I'm like, Oliver, bro, I'm not paying $42 for that slop sandwich. I can just go ahead and not. I'm just gonna go to the Mickey D's. I'll be fine. Like, we're good.
Like, we're definitely not doing that.
That's very true. No. And since you're new here to the ideas that we got so far, so far, if somebody does the 20, like I said, add an ingredient into the bowl, and he has to eat the A1 cheese mixed with some ketchup. If you do $50, you have to, and by you I mean Ken. He's being tortured today. He has to use only one hand for 3 minutes, was it?
Yep.
Use one hand for 3 minutes. If it's the 10 gifted, he has to switch utensils. So no matter what he's doing, if he's chopping, if he's mixing, if he's just throwing shit together, he will have to use this utensil.
By the way, I can't even talk. By the way, Buff, no matter how I feel about your co-host, I gave y'all kudos for taking the bullet for everybody. That's very respectable.
No, no
And
problem.
I have to acknowledge that. So big up to you guys.
No, we can do that, bro. We can do anything. Like, we're not giving up. We're not doing anything. Everybody that's being like, oh, I'm so sorry for your time slot. Like, no, we did this to help Keem. So when we can actually prove ourselves, we can be like, look, this is what we want to do. And this is what we're going to do. We did this as a power grab. We're going to get stronger. We're going to get bigger. And if we don't, we can try again. And that's simple as that.
Yep, exactly.
Speaking of that, I got to get my ass ready for my damn show. So I got to get my ass out of here, comb my fucking puby beard, and make sure I'm somewhat presentable with the crater face that I have. So, Sweet Tea, you're doing a good job. Sway a little bit, let people know that you're alive, because sometimes I question. I don't know if you've looped the video.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit low energy this morning.
I'm just messing with you. It's different. You're going to warm up. You're going to show everybody the beautiful, fun, twisted, dark personality that I know that you have. So just hold in there, okay?
All right, thank you, man.
Oh no, Zala's gone. All right, bye.
Finally scared away Buff Weeb.
Before you go, I'm cutting off all the ingredients in the bowl, right? I'm about to cut that off, but I'm throwing 3 into the mix. And 3 ingredients, if y'all want to throw them at me, you can. It is Frank's Red Hot, hella hot Japanese barbecue sauce, and buffalo wing sauce. So I got 5 minutes, TTS. If y'all want to add them to my bowl, add them to my bowl.
Show the bowl once more, just so we know what they're going to add really hot sauce into. We need a trigger warning for that. So Xylee, how you doing? How are you liking this new segment for Cafe?
I actually like this. I like this.
Appreciate it.
This
Thank
is very interactive, I think.
Was there a segment about talking shit on Rewind? Was that a segment too?
Yes, there was. Yes, there was.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, there was.
No problem.
Yes, there was. We'll talk later, Xylee. We'll talk later. Okay.
She was just like, I need some clarification, and then left. How do you feel about that, Sweet Tea?
That's gonna give her all the more reason to talk more shit tonight.
Exactly. We have Thal with the $5. Thank you so much, Thal. Wow, who is that radiant, beautiful young lady on your screen, Ken? Xylee, we love you, Xylee. Hugs. So Thal is gooning to Xylee right now. Very interesting.
Mashed potatoes.
Oh, they just slide down from the pot. Is that like a non-stick pot or something? Or is the mashed potatoes just so good?
Yes. I mean, a little bit of both. Sometimes when I make mashed potatoes, I don't fully press them down to mash. I like leaving clumps. I like doing that sometimes. It just adds a little bit of texture, a little bit of body to the mashed potatoes, and to me, it makes it a little bit better. So here goes the cheese that I was supposed to put in the thing. Put that in here. I also put Parmesan cheese in the chicken. I did that as well. And just to spice it up, I'm going to throw feta cheese in the dessert.
Really? Feta cheese in the dessert? I've never heard that before. I've never tried anything sweet with
I haven't
feta.
either. And I guess we'll find out, Dean.
You're just like, this is too easy. I'm going to make it a little bit hard on myself. So what was the cheese that you just added into the mashed potatoes?
Triple cheddar. So it's sharp cheddar, white cheddar, and mild cheddar.
Okay, a mix of all cheddars. What is your favorite cheese, Sweet Tea?
Probably cheddar.
Cheddar?
Like
don't
sharp cheddar, maybe.
I was going to say, please don't say American because I'm going to throw up.
We have Thal with the $2. Thank you so much, Thal. I'm proud of Ken. He is all grown up using utensils. I think that's a reference to your eyebrow cleavage and your Greek god yet caveman-like stature.
All right, it's time for the steak. That's going to kill me.
Oh, goodness gracious. This is like a train wreck that you can't look away from. You have to, cook the steak to what?
Well done. Fuck my life. And so I'm going to try part of it with A1 sauce. I'm going to do part of it with ketchup. and I'm going to do the other part with whatever's in that bowl. So remember, guys, I got about 3 minutes left. If you want to add hot ingredients to the bowl, TTS, and add them. I have hot and spicy Japanese. I have Frank's Red Hot, and I have buffalo sauce.
Goodness gracious. So far you are egging people on to add these hot ingredients to that nasty amalgamation that you have in that bowl. I do not wish you anything but the best, Ken. A lot of people are being really nice. Why are you guys being so nice to Ken? Because when it comes to me dancing, when it comes to me in COD in 4K and all this other stuff, you guys are so mean to me. How is this even fair? Hopefully, whenever we start adding in Sweet Tea, she won't have to do anything as heinous and as disgusting and as weird as you guys make us do. But are you willing to do it,
You know what the
Sweet Tea?
difference?
Oh, I'm sure I will.
You know what the difference
I'm sure I
is, Beans?
will.
What is the difference?
You're a man and she's a woman.
Not even that. I'm just Ken. All that matters right now. I'm just Ken.
You are just Ken. And speaking of Ken, we have Thaw with another $2. Ken must have received Air Force cooking training. So for the civvies out there that don't know what that means, can you explain that a little bit more, Ken?
Honestly, I've never heard of that. I've seen Army cook, obviously, because when you're a lower enlisted, you do KP, which is kitchen duty, kitchen patrol, whatever you want to call it. And basically, Air Force is known to have like the best cooking and the best meals out of all the other ones. Like, because nice little nickname they have for the Air Force is called the Chair Force, right? Because they're always the last ones in. And yeah, so real quick, this is the coffee brined steak. Got that bad boy in there.
So we have Steady and Unashamed, real quick. For the $5 cooking stream idea, Ken cooks a Dominican meal while Beans cooks Greek food. I've never cooked Greek food before, so that would be very interesting.
I've never cooked Dominican food.
You never cooked Dominican food before?
No, obviously, like as y'all know, my wife is half Mexican, and when it comes to the cuisine, she's 100% Mexican. So when I impressed her, by cooking and all that, I learned a lot of different like Mexican things to cook for her, and it all worked out.
That's very true.
Yeah.
So that could be an idea. You can cook some Greek food. I can cook some Greek food. You can cook some Dominican food. I think I did send you some pages from my Dominican, Dominican Kitchen cookbook that I have. But something that I was also going to mention is Sweet Tea. Do you have like a favorite area of cooking that you like to do? Like, do you like cooking Greek? Do you like cooking Mexican? Do you just like cooking in general? Or do you not like cooking at all?
I don't like cooking much. I guess just American staples. Or probably Mexican.
Come on, Sweet Tea. You got to be able to cook now. You got to love it. Love it.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be an idea. If Sweet Tea sticks around, we can do like a live stream where she has to cook whatever you say and she has to follow your instructions. Like you just have to like guide her through it with your words, and she has to take those words and cook it as best as possible. Now, I don't know about you, Sweet Tea, but I'm very much a visual person. So I could just imagine trying to cook while somebody's just telling me what to do is not something that I could do. Do you think that you'll be able to do that if we ever did something like that? I'm stuttering on my words.
Yeah, probably. I've only got one good working hand though, so it'd have to be something simple. Nothing that I have to cut too much of.
Nah, we can definitely do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping the dessert now while that steak is cooking. I know I owe the fans steak and A1. I mean, a Twinkie and A1 sauce. I know I owe them that, so we'll definitely be doing that probably next stream. I'm not going to scam the fans out of that because they definitely deserve that.
Not only the fans, but Mr. Big Show himself. I have not seen him in the chat so far, but I would definitely want him to be there, especially because this whole A1 debacle started because of him. So whenever he's in
100%.
chat, whenever he can see it, full screen, live in action, we'll do the Twinkie with A1 sauce.
Yep.
Hey, Kenton, do
All
you
right.
not like Worcestershire sauce?
I hate. So I like it, but not like that. You know what I mean? Like I'll eat
Because
it.
I feel like A1 and it kind of tastes similar.
Yeah, but like Worcestershire, you add into things, right? You don't just do it by itself on something, right? It's very rare you get a
That's true.
Worcestershire anything, right? So get this Twinkie, cut in half.
So, part of my docket team, Sterling, says that she has a completely paralyzed arm. Cooking would be pretty tough. I didn't know that about you, Sweet Tea.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, damn.
I talk about it all the time on all the shows, but I had an infection in my arm that went pretty deep, and it got into my bone marrow and it went into my system, and I had septic shock and all sorts, and I got a huge scar on my arm, and they had to remove a lot of muscle and nerve.
I hate to
And
hear
I can't
that.
feel from there down, from here, right about here down.
Goodness
That
gracious.
is so sad. I hate to hear that.
Yeah.
It was about 10 years ago. I pretty much adapted.
Yeah. You
I
pretty
can
much got
do
used to
a
it.
lot. Yeah. A lot more than I ever thought I could have done.
Exactly. You're a living testament that no matter what happens to you, you can always persevere and you can do great things. Because I'm pretty sure you never even thought that you would be on a network like Lol Cow Universe, right?
Oh, no. Mhm.
You got a
I'm
new
very happy to
setup.
be here.
Yeah, you got a new setup. You're excited to be here, and you're going to have some great memories for the future. Real quick, what are you doing, Ken?
So I cut the Twinkies in half. I put cotton candy on the Twinkie halves, and then I'm topping them with Fruit Loops. And then I'm gonna take some feta cheese and sprinkle on top of them.
Very,
And then I'm gonna eat one.
very interesting. So it seems pretty normal. It seems like something that a child would whip up in the kitchen. Just some Twinkies, some cotton candy, some Fruit Loops. But the last part that you just mentioned, some feta cheese, that is a little bit out of the box.
You know what? Throw some bacon in there too. Fuck it.
Okay, we're just gonna go balls to the wall, crazy.
Well, listen. This is the last day of the month. This is the first day of season 3. Beans. We have to.
Yeah, so that's Instant Karma makes a very good point. That's a stoner dessert. We have Luna L. Fay, one of our very loyal and consistent members, saying that sounds like a pregnancy craving. Are you pregnant, Ken? Is there something you need to tell me?
Not at all, Bean. Not at all.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Where's get my feta cheese?
Now, don't forget, Ken, that you do have a steak on the stove. I know that
I know.
it's well done, but that doesn't mean that you'll have to burn it. So, what is that?
It's the brine.
Ew, that's gross. It looks nasty. Just cheese juice.
Oh yeah.
No,
It's for the fans, Bean.
this is
It's
for the fans. And at any point, Sweet Tea, you can add some commentary to this.
I feel like King Cobra.
You do seem like King Cobra right now.
Of all the locales, which one's your favorite to keep updated on? Either one of you guys.
Well, my favorite so far has been Tofia Chu, because like the story has gotten so much crazier than just somebody being a lolcow, right? So Tofia Chu
Yeah.
has been
Mhm.
somebody that I've been keeping up with recently. Some Nova Online, some Jupiter, and some Johnny Elbows. So kind of the weirdest ones. I think for you, Ken, you said that it was King Cobra. You know a lot about King Cobra, and just to give you a
Definitely King
warning.
Cobra.
We have only 6
ahead.
minutes left.
I got you. Yeah. So I got the steak cooking. Look, so if I can't get the steak to well done, what I'll do in the time, I will post a video in the Cafe VC. So you have to be cash cow or higher to see it. So if I don't get it done in time, I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to dip it in that sauce, and you'll get it in the Cafe VC chat.
Exactly. So far, what you have done is the chicken, you did the potatoes and the beans and the bacon, and you finished up with your pregnancy/stoner dessert.
Yep. I'm confused on how I feel about this.
You gotta bend down just a little bit more, Ken. We have to see that lovely face. Don't tell me that you're going to add A1 sauce to this. Oh my. Somebody get me out of here.
It's unsalvageable now.
This is for the fans. This is for the, can you see me? Can you see me?
We can see you. We can see you.
Yeah.
This is for the fans. Oh God.
Ken, please, you have other things
God.
to eat. You have other things to eat. Don't throw up on stream.
Oh God, that's gross. Jesus, why did I do that? All right. Hot pan potatoes. Bar
So-
none. Amazing. We got baked beans with hamburger and bacon and ketchup and mustard. Always a good time. Always a good time. We got cotton candy. And I already ate some of this, but the chicken.
Ooh, that looks good.
I will make that chicken later. That was a pretty good one.
It's cold and getting solid. It's starting to curdle.
Ew. Okay, never mind. I did not like that sound that just came out of you, Ken. So we are at
That wasn't me.
That wasn't you. Okay. Well,
No.
we're at 157 right now. Let me make sure that I can get this redirect into nerds where we're still on the regular schedule. Oh goodness gracious. This was a
Hold on. I think I got it.
You think you got it? You think you got a well done steak?
I think I got it. Maybe. We'll see. Oh my God. I ain't got time. What are we doing?
We can go a little bit over. You know that they just do the intro. Oh, that looks burnt. That does not look like a good time.
It's that coffee on it. Probably.
Oh my God.
It probably is that
It's definitely
coffee.
the
Let's
coffee.
hope.
I don't care. Because I'm supposed to cook it well done, so they're getting it well done. Whereas, here we go.
Give people what they want.
Yep, we're definitely well done. All right.
Oh, goodness gracious. So again, it's the ketchup, it's the A1, it's the mayonnaise, it's the potato water, it's the Fruit Loops. Am I missing anything?
Potato water.
Ranch.
I don't know. Ranch. Go back in the stream and look. Oh God. That's fucking gross. Jesus. Try it again.
And stare straight into the camera, Ken.
Oh God. Oh,
Don't
God.
die on us.
R.I.P. Ken. I'm sure you're going to add into the Cafe VC your experience in the bathroom. Don't tell me you're just drinking straight mayonnaise.
Season 3, baby. Let's fucking get it.
Season 3, let's fucking go. We have 1 minute left. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode, this season finale of Cafe. We have the TTS cooking stream. I forgot about the poll. Just to let you know, Ken, we're gonna do this once every couple of weeks, by the way.
Oh God.
Lucky
All right.
you.
Well, we got to hit the goal. Remember, Beans, we have to hit the goal before we do it.
That's very true. To get more TTS live stream cooking, we have to hit a goal. And then after we hit the goal, we're going to have another episode where you get to pick out the ingredients. So far, people have been very kind to you. Welcome to Ken's Kitchen. Welcome to Locale Cafe. Stick around. We're going to be doing a lot of new stuff for this new season to come. Go check out Nerds. Leave a like on Nerds. Leave a like on this video. Subscribe. And make sure you put A1 sauce in the comments when you go over to Nerds. Bye-bye. Thank you. And tune in next time.